Meanwhile, it has now been exactly a week since the devastating tornado tore through central Arkansas. And since then, we have reported on Arkansans' experiences during and after the destruction. But this morning, our Mikaelin Johnson joins us live with a story of how a blind man and his wife made it through the tornado and how his disability is impacting their recovery. Mikaelin?
Good morning, Hayden. What's left of Robert and Sarah Blackowitz's home is here off of Rodney Parham, which is one of the hardest hit areas. Now, they tell me after that tornado wiped through, that's when problems started raining in. Robert is blind, and recovery for him and his wife looks different.
Pure terror. Never had anything worse happen to me in my entire life.
In mere moments after the tornado hit, Robert and Sarah Blackowitz knew they had to get out of their home.
The glass had completely blown out and it was all over the floors. So I had to get him over the glass, which there was no way to protect his feet. So I had to be like, you're going to be stepping on broken glass. There's no way to stop it.
And as they stepped out into the destruction, downed power lines, debris, and no sign of Robert's cane showed Sarah his safety was in her hands.
My disability at that point to other people was irrelevant, and I'm even more disabled than I was before.
The absolute terror of how do I get my husband out of here safely? You have to put yourself completely last and just get them out of that space, because they can't. Because if they try, they're going to get themselves hurt.
They found his cane, and for Robert, a fraction of stability returned, but that was just a part of the battle. Their home destroyed, hitting at a time he was working to become a teacher.
And then this happened, and it's like now I gotta start with nothing.
Talking with companies that lend out help during devastation like this, not easy.
Getting a hold of any, FEMA or the insurance company was very difficult. And then they wanted pictures, and I'm like, I can't take pictures.
For Robert and Sarah, this process isn't the same as for other people.
So it's just business as usual. And of course, my life is not business as usual.
But there are groups that have understood his disability.
Arkansas Division of Services for the Blind, they bought me new clothes. I have an interview tomorrow with the school district.
And as time goes on, they both know the hurdles remain.
Waiting to see what we can do about vehicles, because the problem is we don't know where we're going to end up. And, we need a vehicle and we need to be able to purchase things.
But they have their eyes set on hope.
We know God's got it. God's going to provide whatever we need.
Now, Robert tells me one of the things he wants to shine light on is that even though he has a disability, he can still do things. It's not going to hold him back as long as they have access to the tools for success. So that's what he tells me. Over the next few weeks, they're going to be looking for those tools to make this recovery just a little bit easier. Reporting live from Little Rock, Mikaelin Johnson, back to you, Hayden.
What an amazing story of determination and faith through all this destruction and devastation. Mikaelin, thank you so much for bringing us that story.